You know, a lot of people think that they're inconsistent, and you probably struggle with this as well, where you feel like towards your goals, you're not the most consistent. But have you ever realized that you are the most consistent on things like watching Netflix, checking up on your friends, scrolling on social media for hours, committing to those vices that are not serving you, showing up to work on time, being there for your close friends? But whenever it's time to work on your purpose, your goals, and your dreams, you become inconsistent. You show up sometimes, you say you can start that project tomorrow, and you constantly fall into the same cycle again of starting and stopping that same thing that you knew that if you stuck to for a long period of time, you would be a great success at. And I think a lot of people think that they're inconsistent. And for the longest time, I used to think that same way as well. And for me, I had to prove to myself that I was the consistent person that was able to show up towards his goals every single day. So what I did was I committed to a 100-day challenge. I set one particular goal for 100 days. And my goal at the end of those 100 days was just to prove to myself that I was consistent. Coolest thing was I documented every single one of those days with a reflection. I wrote out how much I did that day of the particular goal I was working towards. And ultimately, the best thing that happened was I built real confidence, real consistency, and I came up with the exact same frameworks that will get you these exact same results that can be applied in any realm of your life. And if you're not able to sit through this comprehensive video where I break down on how you can become the most consistent person in your life, then this video isn't for you. But for my high performers, you need to listen to this video. So let's get right into it. So not too long ago when I was in university, I actually joined a mentorship program. And this mentorship program was led by someone who I would consider very successful, especially for his age. And upon joining his program, he shared one of his secrets to success, or one of his pillars that he used to achieve success across different realms. And one of them being was that he focused on 3 wins every single day. So a mental win, a physical win, a spiritual win, and then finally he liked to tie it in with accountability. So a mental win would consist of something where you use your mind and basically just get a mental win throughout the day. So some people in the program had like a reading win, some people had a work output, or some people had a project that they were working on. Now for me, when I joined this mentorship, I was in university, so my mental win was committing to 4 hours of studying every single day, then followed by a physical win. Now during this time, I also wanted to commit to doing 100 push-ups every single day. And I know that might sound really shocking to you, or to some people that may not sound impressive at all, but ultimately, yes, I committed to 100 push-ups every single day. And then finally, it was my spiritual win where I had to commit to either doing a prayer, a journal entry, or a meditation every single day. And the cool thing about this mentorship program was all the community members that were inside actually had to document each day throughout their consistency and really report whether they stuck to that goal or they didn't. And if you didn't, then you couldn't win the challenge, but if you did, you succeeded. And this was the first time where I learned how to actually be really consistent on something and what it took to be extremely consistent across multiple realms within your life. And funny enough, there was a ton of people who started out in this program, but only a very select few that actually finished and actually completed 100 days with their consistency measures. And I really had to ask myself the question, like, what made me so consistent for this program? Why was I able to get those results that I was hoping for? And in this video, I'm going to break down the 4-step framework that really will make you consistent across any realm. So let's get right into this video. It's going to be a great one. Let's go. The first thing that you need to understand is that you are already consistent. I know in the start of this video, I sort of highlighted that, but let me break this down what I mean. Every single day, you do things that are consistent. For some of you, you brush your teeth every single day. Actually, I hope for all of you watching my videos, you brush your teeth every single day. But for some of you, you brush your teeth every single day. For some of you, you shower daily. Some of you, you go to work. Some of you show up on time. You have to pick up a loved one. Some of you might have to go to the gym. And as we start to break down this video, the first thing I want you to understand is that you are already consistent. So let me explain what I mean by that. Every single day, you do things on a consistent basis, whether that's brushing your teeth, whether that's cleaning up your face, whether that's taking a shower. But the issue that I find that most people suffer with is that they are consistent with the things that really don't propel them towards their goals. So some of you watching have current vices that are holding you back. Some of you watching do things on a consistent basis that are not bringing you closer to the person that you want to become. And once you can understand that you as a human, you are consistent, you'll then start to understand that you can implement these frameworks and these learnings into anything you set forward. The goal here, especially with these videos, is you need to learn how to be consistent at the things that will actually propel you into becoming the best version of yourself, a true high performer. And before we continue on with the next pillar, I need you to understand and start reinforcing to yourself that you are a consistent person. Like I said before, think back to that thing that you do every single day. Brush your teeth, shower, brush your hair, clean your clothes, get ready for work, go to bed at a particular time. You have already shown so much consistency within your life, so stop associating yourself with being an inconsistent person or someone who's inconsistent. Now let's break down the frameworks and let's get right into this video. So now that you understand that you are a consistent person and you've probably identified a few things that's made you consistent, I need you to understand this next pillar that's going to really set the tone for you. And it's understanding your why. Why do you want to be consistent at the thing you're working towards? So whether that's fitness and nutrition, what is your reason why? And there's a very popular quote that goes, "He who has a why can bear almost any how." And essentially what that means is if you have a why that is solidified, a why that's powerful, you can be the type of person who can bear any single how. That means when friction comes in your life, when chaos strikes, when life just gets very difficult, your why is the foundation for doing what you do. If you can't convince yourself on the importance of what you're doing, you're not going to be able to commit to it long term. And this is the first thing I understood. And I know a lot of you may not do this exercise, but trust me, if you want to be consistent on a particular task, if you've identified the thing that you want to work work towards. If you can write down in a journal entry or on a page why you want to be consistent, and I want you to get really deep here, this will make it a lot easier to stay consistent with your goals. So let's think back to me when I committed to doing 100 push-ups every single day. During this time, I was really battling with the internal belief of whether I was a consistent person or not. I had a few people tell me I was consistent, but then some actions in my life I felt like I was inconsistent. So I said, if I do this 100-day challenge, this will prove to myself that I am a consistent person. Now, I know earlier in the video I already said you are a consistent person, but at this time I didn't really believe that. And my why behind this was, if I knew that I was consistent in one area, whether that was my physical fitness transformation, whether that was my school, I knew that I could replicate this across anything. You often hear, especially as a high performer, that consistency is what wins, consistency compounds, and all these things are true. So I knew if I stayed consistent long enough, I could see my goals through. And I got really deep on this why, because I knew that this was the foundation that would allow me to show up and be consistent on the days where I wasn't feeling the greatest. So I knew that journaling and meditation would have led me towards my long-term goals towards the new year. Or I knew that physical fitness transformation of growing my chest, feeling confident, feeling stronger, doing something that seems a little absurd. Like, for example, 100 push-ups every single day, to me at first felt absurd. Funny enough, when you start to do them every single day, it actually becomes quite easy and it becomes your baseline. But again, really remember that your why is going to be your pillar. If you can really have a very convincing why towards being consistent, you will stay consistent long enough to see your goals through. And the one more thing I want to say about your why is, the deeper you can get with your why, the easier it will be to commit to your long-term visions and goals. So why do you want to succeed? Why do you need to stay consistent at this thing? What happens if you don't stay consistent? Who loses if you don't win? And once you can get very clear on those things, I promise you being consistent will be your bread and butter. The next thing I want you to understand is, in order to really supercharge your goals and stay consistent for a prolonged period of time, is you need to create a sprint. Now, this is something that the program did pretty well, but sprints are very effective. For example, if I gave you a deadline to submit an essay and I told you had 10 years to complete that essay, I guarantee you it would probably go like this. The first 5 years, you'd probably screw off, not really think about the essay that much. Maybe in year 6, you might come up with an essay title or a topic. Year 7 and 8, you might fiddle around, maybe write a few things. And then by the time years 9 and 10 comes, you're just going to be working on that essay right up to the deadline to get it submitted. But what a sprint does is it really creates a compressed time frame for you to accomplish your goals. It makes this compressed time frame more effective. So for me, the sprint that I was a part of for that mentorship group was a 100-day sprint. And 100 days was a clear-cut sprint, long enough for me to stay consistent, but not get so burnt out in the process or think that my goals were so long away. And I really don't suggest you going over 100 days, because I think after that, you start to run into that issue that I said earlier, where the first few days you kind of laugh it off, you don't focus on it. And then the latter days is when you start to get focused, but by then it's probably too late. But if you can create a sprint, a 30-day sprint, a 60-day sprint, a 2-month sprint, a 1-month sprint, whatever the case may be, this is where it will create that sense of urgency for you to go after your goals today. Like, the best analogy for a lot of these sprints is when you're preparing for exams. Like, most students are not studying all year throughout one exam, but they create that sprint, they create that sense of urgency that 2 weeks before their exam, where they start to prepare very rigorously and very heavy towards the exam topic. Because you have to remember that these deadlines create a sense of urgency, and the urgency is what's going to propel you to work towards your goals. The urgency is going to remind you that you don't actually have all the time in the world. And I've made so many videos on this concept, where we don't have all the time that we think we do. However, by implementing sprints, you're creating this sense of urgency already so that you stay consistent long enough to see your goals through. And the last thing I want to say about creating a sprint is that once you create a sprint that's long enough to get that habit formed, this is when you can build a long-term identity to make these things go forward. So when I think back to myself in this 100-day challenge, what I did personally that worked really well is, after this 100-day sprint was over, I didn't just give up on my goals and stop cold turkey. I've already built a habit and the identity around this schedule, so I stayed consistent at it long after the day was over. In fact, I actually remember somebody in the program committed to the 100-day sprint for a year after the program was done, because he already built the identity around what it takes. And this is essentially what I'm saying. We want to make sure that these habits are becoming formed long term. But in order to get to that point of forming it long term, the sprint is going to be your best friend. It's going to be the thing that gets you off the ground. It's going to be the thing that creates that sense of urgency. So the next pillar that I want to touch on is learning how to gamify the process. And gamification is what's going to make being consistent enjoyable. You have to understand that oftentimes when we think about being consistent, especially towards these lofty goals, it seems like a very daunting process. When I think about content creation and how much videos I have to output, if you think about the studies and schoolwork you have to do, or the career progressions that you have to go under, and you look at the top of that ladder, you might get overwhelmed and overconsumed with how much things you have and how much steps you have to go through. But when you can gamify the process, you can almost make your life like a video game, and every single level is a level to level up. So there's many ways that you can gamify the process. One of the ways that I used when I was in this program was, again, this is when we had to track our success. But what I currently do now is I actually use apps like Notion, and you can create a lot of gamification through Notion that makes your tracking your goals very exciting. I've seen other people do this through using large calendars, using pen and paper, but for me, using software that you can really see that's visually aesthetic is extremely important, and it works exceptionally well for me. And this made the process of going after my goals exciting and fun and rewarding. And this goes into something that I always preach, is the importance of tracking, and tracking is essential if you want to go after your goals. And gamification really solves this problem, because as you're gamifying, you can track on your previous and past successes. So for example, if I were to ask you, like, what did you do 2 weeks ago Wednesday at 6 p.m.? If you weren't able to track that, if you don't have that Google Calendar blocked out, or you didn't gamify it through, again, using apps like Notion or other softwares, you're basically guessing. And this is what a lot of people typically do. They typically guess their way to success. And unfortunately, after realizing that for a few years, like, that does not work. You have to be extremely intentional about the goals that you're going after. And gamification allows you not only to track it, but to make tracking fun, enjoyable, and you can actually see the progress in real time. So I'm a huge advocate of gamification, and this is going to be another pillar that will keep you consistent long enough to see your goals through. And the coolest part about gamification is every single time that your brain checks off another day completed, you are rewiring your brain to really believe that you are a consistent person. You are the person who has the evidence and the proof to back up that you're consistent. Like, for example, I could go back to those 100-day files and me writing on day 57 how I felt. And although it was difficult, I still was able to complete my 100 push-ups, or I was still able to journal and meditate throughout the day. And then going all the way back to day 100 and seeing how I felt then, like, having that evidence and that documentation is going to be the rewiring of your brain to allow your neurons to form in a way where you know that you're successful, and you have that rewiring, you have that internal connection that you're capable of these things. So then again, if you were to ask me, hey Miles, let's do another 100-day sprint, and we had to pick a habit to commit to, I'm confident because I have the prior evidence that I can do this. And the last pillar of this framework, in order to be consistent and be a consistent person, is you need to have accountability. Now, there's this crazy story when I was in university and I was going through first year. I kind of struggled throughout my first year, and to me, it didn't make any sense at the time because I was showing up to all my classes on time. Actually, some of my classes, I was showing up half an hour before class even started. I was studying late in libraries. I was sacrificing my weekends, Friday nights, parties, events. I was so committed, but my results never show that. And I didn't understand why. I'm like, I'm doing all this work and it seems like I'm getting poor results. And everything changed once I started to become more accountable. There's this gentleman, shout out to my guy, his name's Eric, and he transformed how I viewed accountability throughout my university. I remember I was in second year, we were taking a course together, and he was like, yo, come study with me and my friends. So I'm like, all right, cool. I was typically a lone wolf in my studying, locking myself in my dorm, going to a library alone. But then I started studying with a lot of his friends, and that's when everything clicked. I had accountability beyond measures, but it was so much more powerful than that. I was no longer a lone wolf on this journey, and I had to feel like I had to figure out everything on my own. I actually had peers who were studying the same things that I was studying, and we can bounce information off of our heads. This meant when somebody understood a concept, they could actually explain it to the entire group, especially when we didn't understand it. Or this meant when people got past papers, tests, or resources, we were sharing it with each other. And that's when I realized that accountability was always a secret. Having a group that keeps you accountable made the process not only more enjoyable, but my results became better. So it was so crazy because once that hit, in my second year, my grades skyrocketed. And the craziest thing was, once I had that group that was surrounding me, that's when my grades started to do amazing. That was when I finally started getting my confidence back in school and started to perform at a level that was much higher than, especially in my first year. But it started with that accountability. That was a huge game changer for me personally, because these guys made studying sessions fun, and you want to make sure that the accountability that you do have is towards your goals. But I just remember, like, some nights we would be studying late, all the way from 8 to 1 a.m. in the morning, going to different like engineering buildings, working on different science projects. Like, I was taking a very rigorous course, and I was still able to succeed and do well and actually enjoy that process, but it came back from that accountability. And you also had a healthy accountability within this friend group because everybody wanted to do well, everybody was pushing each other to do well. And the craziest thing is, I realized I got that same accountability when I was in the program. I saw other community members making posts about their wins and what their goals were. I saw the leader of the community actually jump in on the 100-day challenge and post and share their wins and insights as well. And now you felt like you weren't actually doing this alone, but you actually had people in your corner who were rooting for you, and you had people that you knew that you couldn't let down. Like, think about your job that you go to right now. I guarantee you show up on time at work, you give it your best effort because there's people holding you accountable. You know, if you don't show up to your job or if you start to slack off, you'll lose your source of employment. But whenever it comes to committing to your own goals or your own visions, you struggle. You don't show up half the time. You kind of waste days. The only difference is in one scenario, you have accountability, and the other, you're just doing it alone. And one of the biggest things that hustle culture or work culture gets wrong is you have to be this lone wolf. You have to lock yourself in a room for 12 months and not talk to anyone. And mind you, that could work for some, but honestly, I've seen the best personal results when you have that accountability and you're surrounded by others who are working towards their goals. And it doesn't even have to be the same goals that you have, but if they're working towards goals that are propelling themselves to be the best versions of themselves, and you're in the loop with that, this is going to inspire you to do the exact same thing. And when I think back to all these programs and communities, honestly, what's sad about it is like a lot of these things no longer exist today. Like that same community that I was referring to doesn't exist anymore. The founder is doing other amazing things. And that's why I'm in the process of building out a community of my own for high performers only. So if you're watching videos like this, if you have goals that you're working towards, you want to be consistent, you want other people to help hold you accountable, I have a waitlist in my description. So check that out, because that will be a fantastic resource to have ongoing accountability to make your goals inevitable. But again, if you're not serious about your goals, if you're not committed to your vision, don't join, because this community is only going to have people who are destined for greatness, who are aspiring towards their goals and who are hungry for success. So let's recap on this video. So do you understand why you're a consistent person and how to be consistent across multiple realms? Number one, you need to understand that you already are consistent. Again, you do things every single day, from brushing your teeth to cleaning yourself to showing up at work on time, to prove that you are consistent. The issue that you're having is that you are not consistent with the things that are going to bring you forward towards your goals. So in order to get to that point, you have to have a very strong why. Remember, he who has a why can bear almost any how. And the deeper your why is, the deeper the reason behind why you're doing what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, this will be the foundation that will allow you to commit to your goals long term. Then once you have a very strong why and you understand your purpose, you need to create a sprint. A sprint is going to be a short window for when you're setting out to be consistent on your goals. Don't set your sprint to be 5 years, because again, you're going to push it off. You're going to think you have a lot of time, and that's not feasible. Instead, create a small window. I recommend honestly 60 days max. But again, I've done the 100-day sprint. I've done the 60-day sprint. And the reason why I say 60 days is because a lot of people in that program didn't complete the 100-day sprint. I was just so committed because my why was so strong that I was able to succeed. But if you create a 30-day sprint, a 60-day sprint, this will be enough time for you to really commit to your goals and see yourself being consistent throughout. And the best part about creating these sprints is once you form the habit, you can then make your consistency a long-term process. So like I touched on before, after I was done the 100-day challenge, especially with my push-ups, I didn't just stop doing push-ups on the 101st day. I actually continued on forward for many, many days to come. Then after that, you want to gamify the process. Consistency can look boring. Consistency isn't always exciting, but when you can gamify it, you can make it fun, you can make it exciting. And this will allow you to track your success. It will allow you to track your progress and really see what you're doing. Guys, I personally gamify all the things I'm working towards today. I gamify content creation, I gamify my fitness, I gamify how I spend my money and track my money, and the list goes on and on. Gamification makes life like a video game, and it makes it more exciting. It makes you feel like consistency is something that is a rewarding process, because it truly is. And then finally, one of the most important pillars is accountability. Accountability is going to be the foundation. It's going to be the reason why you don't fall off the train. It's going to be the reason why you know that if you slip up, you have other people that are holding you accountable. And the best ways you guys can get accountability is number one, through my one-on-one coaching, where you can work with me one-on-one, where we can build out a system together. We can gamify the process. We can track your habits on your win success rate, and this will make your goals inevitable. So if you're interested, check the first link in my description or pinned in the comment section. Or number two, you can join the waitlist for my high performance community. And this will be a community where you can connect with like-minded individuals who are also working towards being consistent, where we touch on these topics in much more depth, and we really leverage the science behind going after our goals at a high level. So if that interests you, there's a waitlist form down below. So that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I always say, make sure to always believe that you will achieve. My name is Miles, aka Mr. High Performance, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.